Okay, moving on to item 7, action items. Item A, ratification of classified employees tentative agreement. Is there a motion and a second to bring this forward?
I move action item A, ratification of Classified Employees Association tentative agreement.
Second.
Okay, the motion has been approved and seconded. Is there an admin report?
No new information at this time. I'm certainly happy to answer questions.
Okay, is there any public comment concerning the ratification of the Classified Employees Association tentative agreement? Please approach the podium and state your name.
Always forget to press the button. Good evening, Dr. Goyette, President Bergey, members of the board. First, let me say happy School Board Recognition Month. Thank you for your service and your time and your dedication to an excellent public education for the Mat-Su kids. I appreciate it. I'm Karen Salisbury. I'm president of the Classified Employees Association. Can you hear me okay? And I represent the education support professionals that work in the Mat-Su. I want to thank you for considering the tentative agreement before you. For 3 years, the Classified Employees Association and the Mat-Su Borough School District have been negotiating. And last Thursday, the members of the CEA overwhelmingly voted to ratify their TA, giving the thumbs up to an agreement that they feel is fair, an agreement that they feel is reasonable, an agreement that is not a step backwards and allows us to move forward with a certainty of terms of their wages and benefits and their working conditions. An agreement that finally lets us focus on what's really important, and that is educating the students of the Mat-Su Valley. This has been our request, and I truly hope that you also agree and will vote to ratify the CEA tentative agreement. Thank you for your time.
Anyone further wish to address the board on this topic? Seeing none, is there any board discussion on this topic? Yes, Mr. Taylor.
First off, I thank you. I appreciate these employees and all their efforts and what they do for our education. I don't want to, I hope it's okay that I don't want to address the agreement that has been there, but more the process that's brought up that agreement. And I would like to beg and ask the board to please consider ways, or for us to come together to consider ways that will increase not just money to our employees, not just income to them, but to also allow them opportunities to increase their ingenuity, their motivations for working, their accountability, their imagination in what they do, and ultimately their joy in that process. I believe there's ways that we can do that we can increase through means of management and administration, make for a happier employee, who therefore makes for a better learning atmosphere for our students. And we can do so by saving our constituents their tax dollars. I believe there are mechanisms to do that. And I think all I'm trying to say to the board is right now, I would like to ask you that we please, as we go forward, consider seriously those ways. The old ways of doing things, I believe, are getting us in trouble and will continue to get us in trouble financially as well as educationally. And new ways there needs to be new innovative ways to do that. And I believe that can be accomplished.
Is there any further comments from the board? Okay, hearing none, it is time to vote. Action item A, the ratification of the Classified Employees Association tentative agreement passes unanimously. Yes, Mr. Taylor.
I want to follow up this since this is passed. I want to congratulate and thank those employees who have done their job and done it well. I appreciate them. I think they deserve more than what they've earned. But unfortunately, we've got our mechanisms which we have to adhere to. But I also want to say to employees who are there riding the coattails of these good employees, I do believe we have some who are not that well off, who do not do a good job. And I want to say shame on them for holding these people back. I believe there are those who are doing their jobs very well and should be recognized.
Mr. Taylor, no, we need to cut that off, please. So we're going to move on to action item B. Okay. Moving on to action item